Guys, good morning. Kevin Parada here, JP Auto Transport, and it's Tuesday morning. And I just want to get on here and just say thank you. Just say thank you to everybody.
Yes, sir. And just before I start, let me ask, are we doing high energy? Are we just talking? Are we doing what's the vibe supposed to be like? Because I'm thinking I'm Kevin Parada. I'm, president of JP Auto Transport,
Why are we following Kevin this year?
The why. Why are we following Kevin? Some of the biggest challenges that we're facing as an industry today have to do with sustainability. Are there enough resources available for carriers, shippers, and brokers to successfully build and grow their companies? The answer is not sure.
2001, my father got laid off. My mother had cancer. We had no money. We're immigrant family, didn't have a lot of money saved up. So my dad went out and he bought a tow truck on his credit card for $8,000. So that was the start of our business. No experience, no clients, no anything. All he was thinking was, I need to find a way to make money for my family. So I was about 12, 13 years old at this time when my father started this business. So we've had it since 2001. I went to college. I worked in, corporate marketing for a little bit after college. I worked for a tech company for a little bit, gained some experience. And then I decided this was about 5.5 years ago, I kind of took over my father's business. I took over my father's business. At the time, they still had, 1-2 tow trucks. They're under a couple $100,000 in revenue. At that time, I decided to be more fully into the business, take over, and kind of execute my vision for what I thought could be a successful company. I got sick of watching my family not have the lives that I felt like they should have, I want my family, I want the people around me to have everything that they ever dream of, and I kind of, I feel like it's my responsibility to help us get there, so that's what changed really. I decided what kind of man do I want to be in this life? What kind of person do I want to be in this life? And I want to be the kind of person that, people can rely on, people can depend on. You're working every single day. I was driving a tow truck from, 6 a.m. in the morning to a lot of times midnight, 6 a.m. to midnight, a lot of days. And I wasn't making a lot of money. Because I didn't know how to charge. I didn't know where the customers were. I didn't know how to get more equipment. I didn't know these things. All I knew was that I had to drive the tow truck, try to make some money, get some cash flow going, and then try to figure it out from there. I didn't want to be, per se, I didn't really want to be in the truck, but I knew this is how you grow a business. I need to be an expert at what I do. I need to know how to do it. I'm more of somebody that, I need to know what's going on. I need to know, how to load these cars. I need to know how to drive these trucks. I need to have a CDL license so that I can hire correctly, so I know what's going on in the field, and I need to know 100% of what's going on in my business. We started off as when I took over, we were doing about $200,000, $300,000 in revenue, and now we're doing multiple 7 figures in revenue. So we're doing multi-millions in revenues through our brokerage and through our carrier side.
Kevin fits the bill, and of something bigger that we're trying to do, and that is to help lots of people, help carriers, brokers, and shippers in auto transport.
I'm here to impose my will. I'm here to win business. I'm here to be the biggest company in this industry, and this is just the start. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm at NADA. I'm gonna meet people. I'm gonna make friendships. I'm gonna make relationships, and I'm gonna pick up some $1 million contracts here. This is how it's done. Have I ever came here and picked up $1 million contracts before? No, but today's a good start. Let's do it. We got a transport company, so we're asset-based. We own semi-trucks and we deliver vehicles for dealerships. They're all typically new and used, so we transport vehicles. We transport vehicles, we transport trucks. Yeah, right now we work nationwide, but like I said, we specialize West Coast, Southwest. On the West Coast, Southwest region. Sometimes we'll send a flatbed truck. Sometimes we'll send a car carrier truck. It depends on the situation, depends on the move, depends on what the customer wants. Wherever the customer needs us to go, that's where we go. We have our own fleet of trucks, we got our own drivers. We also use Super Dispatch, so everything, all our transports run through Super Dispatch. All our drivers are GPS tracked. I mean, you understand how it works. You use Super Dispatch.
Yes, sir.
Pleasure to meet you, sir. Can I take one of your cards, Ron?
Yes, sir.
Can I take a card? You got a card, Scott? Can I leave my card with you? This is my information.
Okay.
You know, I just want to take. And that's actually, so what you're mentioning, we work with a lot of companies that are selling online, right? I don't know if people still use cards, but I do, to be honest. We can provide bids as well, and you guys are doing.
Yes.
Kevin is a very outspoken person. You know, I would say he could be hard-headed sometimes, but he is one of these people that you know you can trust. You know that, you know, if push comes to shove, or if you need help, Kevin is the type of friend that would always go out of his way to help you out.
I'm 35 now. I took over my company when I was 29 years old. When I decided to join the company, me and my dad, we spent, man, it's funny thinking about all these things, but we spent all night like loading these vehicles onto this trailer, dude. And you know, we loaded it. I went off in the middle of the, sorry, man. I'm just thinking about, I haven't thought about these things in a long time. Damn. So I don't mean to get emotional, but we loaded this truck. It took us a couple hours in the middle of the night. I left during night because I didn't want to like come across any, you know, issues with like highway patrol or anything. So me and my pops, we loaded the trailer. We got 7 cars, and then, you know, that was how I delivered my first load up to Northern California. And I'm thinking of like me and my pops out there in the middle of the night. I'm talking about midnight, dude. Like we're loading these trucks. We don't know how to load this truck. And we're out there hours, you know, like, Dad, do it like this. No, do it like, Dad, do it like that. No, it's supposed to go like this. We made a good amount of money, right? And after that, that was a eureka moment for me, saying like, yo, if I did it once, like, why can I not do it, you know, over and over again? And then, you know, from there, I was like, if I'm going from Southern California to Northern California, it's the same thing that if you're going from Southern California to Arizona, same thing if you're going California to like Texas. Now, all I have to do is just put together like strategic routes, get customers along these routes, and then, you know, figure out how to do it like that.
Kevin is driven, motivated, confident, hungry, entrepreneur. A lot of things that I respect and like in entrepreneurs, I see in Kevin.
Currently, Kevin is having to take that next step in his path, which is, how do I take what I have and scale it to much bigger, which is not an easy solution.
This is just the beginning for me. I'm actively working on taking the next level. You know, we're opening up a terminal in Houston, Texas. We just opened up an office there. We have a terminal and an office out in Southern California. And now we're working on just adding more dispatchers, adding more drivers, you know, buying more equipment. That's the state of my business right now. We're a small business in my eyes, but we're continuing to grow. I want to become, I'm working on becoming, and I will become a leader in this industry. As in, I will become one of the biggest carriers in this industry or one of the biggest brokers in this industry.
We're hoping to showcase what it takes to build and grow a company in auto transport. We're hoping to liberate the best practices in this industry to help companies and people trying to build companies in auto transport.
Don't forget to be grateful. You know, whatever happens in life, you know, do not forget to be grateful. Be grateful for everything you have in life. You know, be grateful to wake up another day. It's a blessing, you know, it's a blessing, and I'm grateful and I love it. Let's get it.